Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest. March 11th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Nominees include Crime Junkies, The Daily, My Favorite Murder, New Heights, Normal Gossip, On Purpose with Jay Shetty, The Retrievals, Scamanda, Smartless, and Wiser Than Me. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance is the presenting partner of the 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards live at South by Southwest. To learn more or start a quote, visit thehartford.com/small business. With insurance designed for your small business, the Bucks got your back.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. Now, we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down and give behind-the-scenes knowledge that a lot of people don't know, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more, and we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you happen to get your podcasts.
Hey, this is Dana Schwartz. You may know my voice from Noble Blood, Haleywood, or Stealing Superman. I'm hosting a new podcast, and we're calling it Very Special Episodes. A very special episode is Stranger Than Fiction.
It sounds like it should be the next season of True Detective. These Canadian cops trying to solve this mystery of who spiked the chowder on the Titanic set.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
People be like, my bed is the dirtiest place in the house. My bed is the dirtiest place in the house. I literally sleep in a pile of crumbs. I found a lasagna handprint in here the other day. It is disgusting. I am disgusting, and I am going back to bed.
Going back to bed.
How dirty is your bed?
Oh, no.
It's the Jubal Show. Some people's beds get very dirty, don't they? I mean, filthy dirty. And it's not because of what you're thinking. It's because some people don't like to wash their sheets very much. But a study was recently done called the Between the Sheets Report.
I love this.
And it's making headlines today because the things people are doing in bed that aren't the activities that you think they might be doing in bed, because let's face it, a lot of people don't do those activities as much as they like. They're doing other things in bed. And there's one thing that people do in bed that has caused a heated debate on if this should be done in bed, or if you're caught doing this, should you be locked up and they throw away the key? We'll get to that in just a second. But here's some things from the Between the Sheets report. As you might expect, sleeping is the most common activity that people do in bed.
I love that they put that on the list. Like, should we just accept that and know that?
65% watch TV in bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Followed by reading.
Yeah.
60% are liars. Because 60% say that they do that one activity that I was talking about.
Right.
Right. Okay. 60% want to do that.
People would be a lot happier if that
Yeah, they
was
would
true.
be, yeah. And you look at social media and how people argue on it. There's not that many people doing that in bed.
What if they do it by themselves, though?
Okay.
That would,
you know
that
what?
would be
Still counts.
60%.
It still counts, yeah. Checking social media is also 60%. That's tied for the fourth most popular thing that people do in bed.
Wow.
Only 60? I feel like that'd be more.
Mm-hmm. And this is the one, though, that people are debating about, saying if you should do this or not. A third of Americans, 33%, admit to eating in bed.
Sure do.
What?
Nina,
All
you
the
eat in
time.
bed?
I do. I do everything in my bed. I have one of those little desks that sits on your lap in your bed. So, like, I work in bed. But yeah, I eat in bed. It's like one of my favorite things to do is have a big salad and sit and watch my shows.
But what if you are eating like a soup? Will you eat that in bed?
Yeah.
That can spill all over you.
But
Nina
it doesn't.
Nina bought furniture for this purpose. That's how serious she is about this.
So you eat in bed all the time?
I do. Yeah. And I have no problems with it. It's the greatest thing.
Victoria, you don't eat in bed?
Not everything. I eat specific foods in bed,
Like
but
what?
Well, like if it's something like a handheld, like my peanut butter crackers, or
But those have crumbs. Like, isn't that more dangerous than soup?
no, because I put a towel over me if I eat in bed.
Oh.
Yes, that way you can strap up the towel and put it on your floor.
There's a lot of discipline happening here. I only eat in bed when I've woken up in the middle of the night. It's usually chips and salsa, and I find it all over myself in the morning.
That's a very dangerous thing to eat in bed.
Yeah, chips and salsa in bed is not.
I'm living on the edge here.
It's the dipping for me that's so dangerous.
We're going over a report called the Between the Sheets report that's making headlines today because people are saying you should not eat in bed, and they're very passionate about it. But some people are like, yeah, you should eat everything in bed.
Yeah, I'm filthy.
But it sounds like most of the studio likes to eat in bed.
Because we're all filthy.
I'm never really in bed. I'm in bed to sleep and then that other activity if I'm having that. But that's pretty much it. I don't like being in bed. I never have.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it. I don't like watching TV in bed. I don't like just laying in bed. I don't think I like being comfortable. But yeah, I'm never in my bed unless I have to be. And most of the time when I sleep, I'll sleep on the couch too. And then I'll go up to bed for a few minutes and then I'll wake up because I wake up really early.
What?
Yeah.
I will say couch sleeping is very comfortable.
If you have a nice couch.
Kind of even if you don't, because you can nuzzle into the back a little bit, and it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe this is the loneliest thing I've ever said. It's kind of like you have like somebody else there with you because the back of the couch.
Yeah.
And
it does, it's kind of
feels
comfy,
nice.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it at all.
Like a hammock.
Stephanie?
Not quite.
Oops. Stephanie? Hello, Stephanie.
Okay, hey.
What's up? What's your feeling on eating in bed?
It grosses me out, and I dated a guy who I was nuts over, like truly, but he had this habit of eating his nachos in bed.
Nachos in bed?
I was like, nachos, like not full on nachos, like nachos, cheese, salsa, scallions, black olives, the whole whatever. And then it was like great on my nerves, but I was like, this is what we do. We compromise for people in relationships. Until one night, I rolled over. He hadn't discarded the rest, like his leftover nachos, and I rolled over into the pile of nachos. I'm done with you. I am done with you. You're disgusting. And because it was like that AM PM-y goopy.
It wasn't. Yeah, we're not talking some kind of artisan cheese nachos. It was AM PM.
Liquid
Which
cheese.
would have been okay, maybe, but.
Dang, I feel like I'm really
Thanks for your
hungry
phone call,
right now.
Stephanie.
I know that having a boyfriend may seem like the most important thing in the world right now, but you don't have to dumb yourself down to get guys to like you.
It's time for America's favorite trivia game, You versus Victoria. Your chance to take on our own Victoria Ramirez in a game of trivia to see who gets their junior varsity trivia Letterman's jacket today. Ooh. Also, Madonna tickets. So let's meet today's contestant for You versus Victoria, Ingrid. What's up, Ingrid?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Thank you for asking. Are you ready to take on Victoria?
Of course.
All right. Well,
confidence.
Is her phone ready to take on Victoria?
Send Victoria out of the studio. And while Victoria is going out of the studio, Ingrid?
Yes.
You have 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know one, just say pass. And Victoria has to beat you outright to win, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Then
I
let's
think.
do it. Here we go, Ingrid. Your time starts now.
In football, how many points does each touchdown have?
7.
What is Celine Dion's first language?
French.
Which shoe did Cinderella leave behind at the ball?
Her left slipper.
What is Muhammad Ali's real name?
Pass.
In which American state was the first McDonald's opened?
California.
In 2018, Lady Gaga appeared alongside which actor in A Star is Born?
Bradley Cooper.
All right, got that in. We'll bring Victoria back into the studio. While Victoria comes back in and gets all situated, Ingrid, what is something that you would like the world to know about you?
My husband's birthday is on Monday.
Oh. Happy birthday, Ingrid's husband.
He's a huge fan of you guys.
Oh, sweet.
Aww.
How old is he going to be?
He's going to turn 22.
22?
Oh, wow.
Sweet. Are you guys going to do anything crazy for his birthday?
I don't know yet. Gonna make him a birthday cake, German chocolate. That's his favorite.
Ooh, I love German chocolate.
How do you top a 21 run? That was last year. So.
True. Well, since he's a fan of the show, I am willing to show up and do a little striptease.
Oh,
wow. If he wants.
Ooh, we would love to have you
stripped.
Happy birthday, big boy.
Ingrid.
Look who's 22. Come over here and sit on Daddy's lap.
Oh. And then it got weird.
It's a great birthday present, I thought.
Well, no, I think it's the daddy part.
Fun.
It was the daddy part.
It was that. Okay.
Yeah, uncle's better.
All right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Victoria, are you ready?
I don't know what just happened.
Just pretend you didn't hear it.
Here we go. 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know one, just say pass. And you have to beat Ingrid outright to win. Victoria?
Yes.
Daddy says your time starts now.
In football, how many points is a touchdown?
Why? 6.
What is Celine Dion's first language?
That's not right. Spanish.
Which shoe did Cinderella leave behind at the ball?
One of them.
What is Muhammad Ali's real name?
Jacob.
What?
Jacob.
I know it's not Jacob. I don't know. Let's keep going.
In which American state was the first McDonald's opened?
Really? That's the last question? Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Okay. Let's go to get the answers.
Like 9 documentaries.
Send it over to our scoreboard with producer Brad.
Victoria, you got one correct.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right.
It is.
That was a pretty bad run. I'm not going to lie.
Yep. And in the highest score ever in the history of you versus Victoria, Ingrid got 5 correct.
Whoa.
Wait.
Ingrid.
Congratulations, Ingrid. But
Congratulations.
I was snubbed.
You fold that one in. You didn't even try.
I did. She left one of the shoes at the ball.
I feel like that's a correct answer. It was one shoe.
We'll give you 2 points. You still lose.
All right, let's get the answers with Nina.
Touchdown is 6 points. Celine Dion's first language is French. Cinderella left her left shoe, but it was a glass slipper. So.
You want me to remember the left or the right? Are you serious?
Well, glass slipper still. That's what Ingrid said. That was smart.
Oh.
Cassius is Muhammad Ali's real name.
Ooh.
The first McDonald's opened in California, and Bradley Cooper did star alongside Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
Bro, you didn't give me that question.
Because you didn't get there.
Okay.
I'll just say Muhammad Ali just because I know people would be like,
The first McDonald's
you know how people are.
San
It's
Bernardino.
Cassius.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine.
Clay.
Yeah, I just wanted to save you from all the people texting in that love to correct people.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Please correct me. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I didn't know
Ingrid, congratulations. You did it. You beat Victoria. You get your junior varsity trivia Letterman's jacket today. Just look in the mailbox. It'll be there. And also Madonna tickets. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, we play you versus Victoria this same time every single weekday morning. If you want to play Victoria, just go to thejubalshow.com or DM us at The Jubal Show. You can also submit to play there.
So you think you're a people pleaser? No, for sure. So I just took an Uber to the airport, and as I was getting out of the Uber, the driver didn't put the car in park and drove over the back of my foot, the back of my heel. My shoe, I still have a tire mark, was trapped underneath the wheel. I'm banging on the window. I'm like, dude, back up. He's like, why? I'm like, you're on my foot. It didn't break anything. I'm fine, but it also really did not feel good. He gets out of the car. He's freaking out. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you're fine. It's all good. Who hasn't driven over a foot? It's all good, dude. I'm walking away. I'm like limping. Still gave him 5 stars. Come on. It happens.
It's no big deal. It's whatever. I just have a broken foot. It's fine. It's The Jubal Show. And what's something obvious that you just learned and you didn't know until somebody else pointed it out? A thread online is going viral where people are talking about the obvious things that they didn't pick up on until someone else pointed it out to them, and the responses are hilarious. So we'll go over it. Call us with yours, 888-343-1061. Text in 41061. Here's one from the list. How the judicial bail system works. Somebody said they thought it was a fee that you paid to avoid jail. They didn't realize it was basically collateral and that you got the bail money back if you showed up for your trial.
Wait, what?
I
Really?
didn't know you did
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. and bail's only 10%. So if you hear someone's got a $500,000 bail, they don't have to pay $500,000.
They don't?
No. You just pay 10%. I think it's 10%. Yeah, 10%. Yeah. I've had to bail people out, so.
Oh, I was like, you needed to be bailed out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Another thing on the list of obvious things that people didn't know until someone else pointed it out. Someone said that it's called metal because it's harder than rock music. That's why it's called metal music.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a lot of the things on this list are moments. Another thing from the list of obvious things that people didn't realize until somebody pointed it out, that hundreds of years ago, goodbye was born out of a shorthand form for God be with you.
What?
So it's short for God be with you.
Oh, okay. So
Really?
God be with you. And then all of a sudden it turns into goodbye.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's shorter.
your journey is going to be perilous. May God be with you. And then they shortened it to your journey is going to be perilous. Goodbye. We're going over a list of obvious things that people didn't learn until someone else pointed it out. Hello, Brooke.
Hi.
Hey, what's something obvious that you didn't learn until recently?
Yeah, maybe not so obvious, but I know a weird fact. Bats are actually not blind. You know, like the saying, "Oh, he's as blind as a bat."
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. And they actually have really great sight. They use their hearing more than their sight, but they are not blind.
Huh.
Yeah, I
So
guess
I
if they
don't
were
know where
blind, they'd be flying into things all the time. And I don't see bats crash very often.
Yeah, no, they're very good at flying.
No.
Who thought of the saying then blind as a bat?
I'm still caught up on goodbye.
We're going over a list of obvious things that people didn't know until someone else pointed out. And then they were like, oh. Pipe cleaners aren't just for childhood crafts. They're also for cleaning tobacco pipes.
I think I knew that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're going to use a pink pipe cleaner to clean your tobacco pipe?
I think they changed
you're
the
really classy,
colors
Jen.
over the years.
I was like, okay.
So literally called a pipe cleaner.
Yeah,
For funsies.
that's been confusing to me because I didn't think of tobacco pipe ever with it.
Right.
I was like, why are these are so small? What tiny pipes are they cleaning? Like, I feel like all the pipes that I see in the house and stuff like that, they're bigger.
fat.
They're way bigger. Going over a list of obvious things that people didn't learn until somebody else pointed it out to them. Another one from the list is that reindeer actually exist and aren't just mythical, magical creatures.
Don't we know that?
Aren't they just deer?
I didn't learn that until way later than I should have, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's an actual
Yeah, I
type
knew that.
of deer.
Yeah, reindeer.
Yeah, I didn't
They're
know that until I was
beautiful.
older. And then I saw something that said reindeer and I was like,
Santa?
an actual reindeer? Wait, there are reindeer? They're really real things?
There's more than 8?
Yeah. Another thing that somebody didn't learn until somebody pointed out to them that was very obvious, that Felix is a Latin word for lucky or happy. And since the cartoon character Felix the cat was a black cat, the name is ironic.
Wait, where's that
That doesn't
from?
seem like it should be obvious. That seems like it's hard
That's
to learn.
not obvious at all.
And who cares?
I'm feeling Felix today.
I have one that I recently learned.
What's that, Producer Brad?
It's when you have your pot and you hang it on the hook or whatever, that little hole.
Your pot?
Yeah, like a pot, like a pan or something you use for the stove. I always thought it was, they make the hole there so you can hang it up on a hook or something on the wall or whatever. But apparently originally it was so you could put the utensil in it and it would hang over the top of the pot.
What?
Like your spoon?
Yeah.
The thing you stir it, you put it in that hole and it puts it at an angle and it hangs over the pot so you don't have to set it on the stove and get your stove all dirty.
I can't picture it.
Yeah, so the handle has a hole in it. You put the utensil in it.
I'm so confused.
And then it hangs over the pot and drips into the pot.
Huh.
You did lose me right there.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Exploding on that one. Text in 41061. What is something obvious that you didn't learn until recently? Somebody said they learned that pigs don't have sweat glands. Somebody texted in at 41061.
Wait, what?
Pigs don't have sweat glands, so it's not really accurate when someone says you're sweating like a pig.
I don't know that was obvious either. Or maybe it is. I don't know where you learned that.
Does that mean you're not sweating then?
Yeah, so if you're not sweating, you're sweating like a pig. Or if you're rolling around in mud to cool off, I guess. Then you're sweating like a pig.
That's why
That's how they cool off, yeah.
How do we just jump on these bandwagons and these ridiculous things?
Are they ridiculous though?
I don't know. I enjoy them.
I do have one more if you want it.
Okay.
Sure, Producer Brad, what is
Yeah,
it?
I've been learning a lot of new things in my 30s. And one of the things I learned is, on a hammer, the back has the little forky thing on it.
Yeah.
No.
You can actually put a nail in it before you put it in the wall. You actually use that for the first swing to put the nail in the wall.
What?
Yeah, you put the nail in the fork and you tap it into the wall instead of holding the nail and tapping it with the hammer.
Wait, but if it's on the back of the hammer, how are you going to hit it? And
No, you just tap it into the wall and then you switch it around and then you hammer it in.
And boom goes the dynamite.
bro, what?
I'm about to pass out.
Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest. March 11th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Nominees include Crime Junkies, The Daily, My Favorite Murder, New Heights, Normal Gossip, On Purpose with Jay Shetty, The Retrievals, Scamanda, Smartless, and Wiser Than Me. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance is the presenting partner of the 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards live at South by Southwest. To learn more or start a quote, visit thehartford.com/small business. With insurance designed for your small business, the Bucks got your back.
Hello, this is Susie Essman and Jeff Garland.
I'm here.
And we are the hosts of the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast. Now, we're going to be rewatching and talking about every single episode, and we're going to break it down and give behind-the-scenes knowledge that a lot of people don't know, and we're going to be joined by special guests, including Larry David and Cheryl Hines, Richard Lewis, Bob Odenkirk, and so many more, and we're going to have clips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So listen to the History of Curb Your Enthusiasm on iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you happen to get your podcasts.
Hey, this is Dana Schwartz. You may know my voice from Noble Blood, Haleywood, or Stealing Superman. I'm hosting a new podcast, and we're calling it Very Special Episodes. A very special episode is Stranger Than Fiction.
It sounds like it should be the next season of True Detective. These Canadian cops trying to solve this mystery of who spiked the chowder on the Titanic set.
Listen to Very Special Episodes on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.